Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be looking at a video on Venn diagrams. Well, what are Venn diagrams? Venn diagrams is just a tool that allows us to solve probability problems. Well, it makes it easier for us to basically have a graphical representation of a sample space and its events. So to illustrate that, I'm going to be looking at a question from a past exam paper from the February-March 2010 paper 3. It's question 5. It says, at a school for boys, there are 240 learners in grade 12. Now, 240 learners means that your sample space is equal to 240 because those participated in the sample or in this experiment. Following information was gathered about the participation in school sport. It says here 122 boys play rugby, 58 boys play basketball, 98 boys play cricket, 16 boys play all three sports, 22 boys play rugby and basketball, 26 boys play cricket and basketball, and 26 of these boys do not play any of these sports. It says let the number of learners who play rugby and cricket only be X. So therefore the intersection of rugby and cricket is going to be X. So there's our key here. It says that rugby is R, basketball is B, and cricket is C. So those are the three events. And also it says 16 boys play all three sports. So therefore we're going to have an intersection of all three sports, or rather all three events. It says here draw a Venn diagram to represent the above information. Determine the number of boys who play rugby and cricket. So they told us to let the number of learners who play rugby and cricket be X. So basically they want us here to solve for X in 5.2. So let us construct this Venn diagram. So the Venn diagram is going to look something like this. 5.1 is the construction of the Venn diagram. Okay, so firstly, let's represent our sample space. And our sample space is equals to 240. So let's double check. S equals to 240. Done. So rugby, basketball, and cricket. C, and here it clearly says that 16 boys play all three sports. So 16 will be here. Okay, and also it tells us here in this question, let the number of learners who play rugby and cricket be X. So let's look at this. Cricket and rugby is going to be X. Okay, so let's go fill in the rest of our information. 26 boys do not play any of these sports. So 26 will be on the outside of our events. And it says here 26 boys play cricket and basketball. So there's cricket and basketball here. Now remember that cricket and basketball is basically here. So this whole portion of the Venn diagram is going to be cricket and basketball. Now they tell us that there's 26 boys play cricket and basketball. Okay, so therefore it's going to be 10 plus that 16 is going to give us 26. 22 boys play rugby and basketball. So 22 boys play rugby and basketball. There's it here. Therefore, 16 plus 6 is going to equals to 22. So we're going to have 6. So you're going to put in 6 over there because 16 plus 6 is 22. Now let's read on. It says 16 boys play all three sports. We've already represented it there. 96 boys play cricket. So 96 boys play cricket. Now for cricket, this whole circle here is cricket. So all inside here now, inside this circle must add up to 96 boys playing cricket. So therefore, in this particular example, we are going to say 96 minus 16 minus 10. Minus 16 minus 10, and that's equal to 70, but also don't forget to subtract the x, so it's going to be 70 minus x. 70 minus x. Now it says 58 boys play basketball. So 58 boys play basketball. So this whole circle or event here must be basketball. 58 boys play basketball. So therefore what you need to do is say 58 minus 6 minus 16 and minus 10. And that's going to give us 26. So therefore you're now going to have 26 there. Carrying on, 122 boys play rugby. So let's go look at rugby. So 122 boys play rugby. So this event here, or this circle, is rugby. So now you're going to say 122 minus 16 minus 6 equals to 100, and don't forget this x, 100 minus x. So now you're going to get 100 minus x. And learners, that is your completed Venn diagram. So now we're going to solve for x. Now to solve for x, here it says determine the number of boys who play rugby and cricket. So we're going to solve for x because remember we let the number of learners who play rugby and cricket be x. So to do that, to solve for x, 5.2, you're going to say your sample space 240 is equals to, and you're going to add up everything inside your sample space, which is 100 minus x plus 6 plus 26 plus x plus 16 plus 10 plus 70 minus x plus 26. And now we're going to solve for x. 240 equals 2 minus x and plus x is 0, so you're going to get up. So let's add up everything. So we got 100 plus 6 plus 26 plus 16 plus 10 plus 70 40. So x equals to 40. Therefore, the number of learners who play rugby and cricket is equal to 40. Look at the next question. So remember that if you want to look at the learners who play rugby only, it will be 100 minus x. So we can put that in a different color. Okay, so 100 minus x, so it will be 100 minus 14. It's going to equal to 86. So that's going to equals to 86 for rugby only. And x, remember, is equals to 14. And 70 minus 14, 70 minus 14 equals to 56. So 56. Okay, you don't have to do this, but remember to solve probability problems. It'll be much easier for us to know the exact values inside of our Venn diagrams. Okay, so now we can answer our questions. Determine the probability. Now to determine the probability, it's going to be the number of possible outcomes over the total number of outcomes, which is our sample space, which is 240. Okay, so determine the probability that a learner in grade 12 selected at random, it says leave your answer correct in 3 decimal places, only plays basketball. So the learner only plays basketball. It is now going to be this value here, which is 26 over 240. Equal to, so that will be 26 divided by 240 equals 2, and 3 decimal places will be 0.108, 0.108, 5.3.2 does not play cricket. So So does not play cricket. Now let's go look at that question. So if somebody doesn't play cricket, that means it's going to be the following values, right? So let's go look at that values, and let's maybe use a different color. So we'll say, so if you don't play cricket, now cricket is everything in this particular circle here. So therefore, doesn't play cricket, we'll have to add up 26, 86, 6, and 26. So everything outside of the cricket event. Divided by 240 equals to at 0.6, so 0.600. All right, so let's look at the next question. So the next question says participates in at least 2 of these sports. So participates in at least 2 of these sports, and let's look at that. So if you're going to participate in at least 2 of these sports, well, we're going to add up the following values: 14, 6, 16 is all 3, and here is 10 because basketball and cricket. So we're going to add up 14 plus 16 plus 6 plus 10. Plus 10 all over 240, and that's equal to 0.192 if you round up to 3 decimal places. That will be 0.192. And learners, that's how you answer a question on probability where we are using Venn diagrams as a tool. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe to JL Maths. Check out all my videos on jlmaths.com, and I'll catch you in the next video.